So in May, we are learning all about poetry. I'm really excited about this unit. It should be really fun, and you will learn so much. You'll be creative. You will be reading poetry. We'll be writing poetry. We'll be listening to songs with poetry in it, and I'm really looking forward to learning with you all. So first, we have to understand what even is poetry. Poetry is writing chosen and arranged to create certain emotional responses through meaning, sound, and rhythm. Dylan Thomas defined poetry this way: poetry is what makes me laugh or cry or yawn, what makes my toenails twinkle, what makes me want to do this or that or nothing. Poetry makes you have feeling. Poetry is a way to express yourself, and I can't wait for you all to have the opportunity to express yourself through poetry. But first, we have to learn about the elements of poetry. Today I will introduce a few this morning and then a few more this afternoon. So the elements of poetry are the parts of poetry that make poetry different than other types of writing. This is what makes poetry special. Today we will be focusing on meter, mood, and onomatopoeia this morning. Meter is a rhythmic pattern in poetry that is usually repeated. It can be measured in beats by counting syllables. Remember, syllables is when we clap our hands to see how many different parts of sounds are in a word. Like Austin is a 2-syllable word. So the meter is how many syllables that make it have a rhythm or a beat when you read them. For example, whose woods these are, I think I know, which is 8 syllables. As we continue to read poetry, you'll hear more of the meter and that rhythmic pattern and the beat that poetry makes as you read it aloud. Another element of poetry is the mood. Poems make you have a certain feeling by just reading the words, and that is the mood of the poem. It's the emotion that you, the reader, feel while you are reading. For many poems, the main purpose is to set the mood. For example, the reflection in the river sparkled. Reading those words, I felt peaceful and calm. That is the mood the author wanted me, the reader, to feel. The last poetry element for this morning is completely different because this one is fun and exciting and kind of loud. Definitely a bigger feeling than a peaceful mood or a rhythmic pattern. It's called onomatopoeia. What a fun word to say. Say it with me, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the use of words whose sound suggests the sounds or actions described. For example, bang, ding, pop. On the next 2 slides, I will be giving examples of these 3 poetry elements. So in this poem, we're going to determine what the theme or the lesson you're supposed to learn from this poem and what the mood is for this poem. It's called Dreams by Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. The mood of this poem, I believe, is calmness and being reflective. And the theme is never give up. Always hold on to your dreams. Never quit. So dreams teach lessons and make you feel a certain way. This is a very inspiring poem. In this poem, we're going to learn more about onomatopoeia. Remember, onomatopoeia is sound words. The word is exactly how you would describe the sound. This is called camping. Crack, crack, the fire crackles under the stars. Sizzle, sizzle, the water sizzles above the fire. Crunch, crunch, the campers crunching on potato chips. Click, clack, the tent poles clicking and clacking together. Rustle, rustle. As we prepare our sleeping bags to go to sleep, chirp, chirp, the crickets say good night. This poem has many different forms of onomatopoeia, which are sound words. I know we learned about this in our figurative language unit, but these are all words that have a sound, and the word is spelled just like the sound. Thanks for listening, 4th grade. Tune in this afternoon to learn more about poetry elements. We are focusing on personification, repetition, and rhyme. I hope you're excited for this poetry unit. I know I am.